Sharon M. Atkinson here, MacGyver of Design. Today is Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. The time now is 4:53 p.m. This is going to be the 136th content video that I'm going to place in my 46th playlist, Mind'sEyeFaith. This is part 13 in the series, What Does Jehovah God Want for Jesus, aka Michael? The theme scriptures are Genesis 3:15 and Galatians 3:16. Let's begin. And I shall put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He will bruise you in the head, and you will bruise him in the heel. That's Genesis 3:15. Galatians 3:16 reads, Now the promises were spoken to Abraham and to his seed. It says, not and to seeds, as in the case of many such, but as in the case of one, and to your seed, who is Christ. Let's continue in the development of this theme. What does Jehovah God want for Jesus, aka Michael? We touched on it yesterday about the Prince of Peace, and we perhaps came to the understanding, the logical conclusion that the reign of the Prince of Peace for 1,000 years is overlapping and concurrent and congruent with Satan the devil being put in the abyss. Then we'll have peace for that length of time. Christ ruling and curing the nations, bringing them up, administering that relief that his ransom sacrifice does provide, forgiveness and healing as a priest, high priest. In fact, that's what the high priest did for the nation of Israel. And so therefore Christ, being the permanent high priest, will have the authorities to heal and cure. He did a lot of that when he was on the earth, did he not? Of course he did. How much more will he do as high priest in heaven? So, the reign of the the Prince of Priests, the question was he the only one doing that, bringing in that era of peace? Is it only his campaign and mission? Let's read the scripture again and read it more verses into it. That's Psalm 46. Let's read from verses 8, 9, and 10. Let's see what it says. Come, you people, behold the activities of Jehovah, how he has set astonishing events on the earth. He is making wars to cease to the extremity of the earth. The bow he breaks apart and does cut the spear in pieces. The wagons he burns in the fire. Give in, you people, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Strong statements. The era of the Prince of Peace will be a cooperative effort by the co-regents, Jehovah God, and his anointed, Jesus Christ. That era of peace will not come in without Jehovah God making the pathway for it to take place, for Christ to have that era of peace. That is the reason why Jehovah God said, that we read in Psalm 110, sit at my right hand until I place your enemies as a stool to your feet. Do we see how that works? That Jehovah God is setting up the venue to bring in that era of peace for a peaceful 1,000-year reign. For that to be done, Satan has to be put out of the way. Will the nations actually welcome that era of peace? A few will, and benefit from it too. We'll get into that at another time. But this is important information to know about the co-regency. They're going to be developing their projects together, not solo. Jesus ruled